Sorry about the confusion. Let's get started. Oh, I started the wrong stream, but hello everyone. Come on in. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Wanted to get a workout in because I need it and take my time. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm going to clean off my glasses so I can read the comments. Thank you all so much for being here. For anyone who's new here, please allow me to introduce myself. Hi, I am Maggie. Oh, so many things, so many things. Today we're doing another Saturday Q&A. You all seem to really like the last one. So as you come on in, you can just go ahead and put your questions in the chat. I'll drop the link. I don't have a monologue. I don't have anything fancy. But if you all want to pick my brain when I'm not cooking, you can ask me your questions and I will do my best to answer. A little bit about me. I am a boy mom ×2. I have a cooking channel where I stream healthy recipes. I've also got an etiquette and elegance channel, Teachable Moments with Maggie, and a relationship channel as well. So any of those topics are fair game. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started, everyone. Let me apologize for the confusion. I had 2 streams scheduled and I started the wrong one. So we will do our celebration later tonight. Thank you all. But this is just an open Q&A. Any topic that you all want. So before I get my day started, here I am. So let me always start by taking attendance. I'm going to come here. We've got Balfour on TikTok, Eduardo on TikTok, Christopher, hello. Oof Mila, thank you for being here. James Graham, thank you everybody for coming in. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So who do we have watching on IG? Hello, Easy. Hello, Hola. Hello, Olu. Huncho, Shepherds, Eric, Germanium, Eddie, and Ngug, and Gordon West, Stacy, and several people coming in. We're going to take attendance, and if you have a question, just put a Q in front of it and ask your question, and we'll get right to it. I'll give you guys about an hour and a half before the kiddos start needing things. Who do we have watching? We've got Dope Low. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, kind sir. My first time seeing you here. We have Randy. Randy coming in with the flowers. Hello, my dear. I will see Randy this summer. We're going to spend the 4th of July together, so very excited about that. We have Wallyverse Media. He says, hey, Maggie, congrats. Thank you. Thank you, Wally. Wally's always coming in with the watching eyes. I love seeing your watching eyes. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm having a little bit of a viral moment, which means I have a clip that has gone viral. And I guess that would be a good one to review for tonight. My channel is about a year plus old. And last week I had 5,000 subscribers. Last month, I had 2,000 subscribers. So because I'm trending and I seem to have struck a nerve, I have a video that's gotten almost 1 million views, like 800 and something thousand on IG, and like 400,000 on YouTube. And so a lot of people, kind of interested in what I have to say. So here I am. But thank you for the congrats. I appreciate that. I dropped the link. You all do not have to cam up. If you don't want to, we can do just your voice. Or you can just put your question in the chat, any topic. We have Miss Strong in the house. She says, morning, Maggie in class. Hello, my dear. You all please check out Miss Strong. She's a content creator. If y'all have YouTube channels, let me know. So Olu says, is anyone experiencing low audio or is it just me? So if you guys that are watching on IG, if you could let me know how the sound is, and then you all that are on Facebook and YouTube, let me know how the sound is. I got some new equipment, y'all, so I'm trying to reinvest and get better. We got Wilbert in the house. Wilbert says, hello, our class clown. We will see Wilbert's bloopers tonight. Very excited. Yes, and thank you all for liking the live stream. You all have been doing a great job. We're growing, and I appreciate you so, so much. Okay, so Christine says, this is Living Out Loud. Christine, what is your workout routine, y'all? I am not the one. You really need to talk to Miss Strong. I do like to move every day. Today I just did it's not a Peloton, so we'll call it the no loton, but I do the bike because I do work from home. I stay in Zoom meetings. So being sedentary is very bad for all of us, but I don't really have a prescribed routine. I've done the thing where I've gone to the gym and gotten a trainer and, flipped tires and, done the rope. And I'm not training for the Olympics. I told y'all, I don't have muscles, memory foam Maggie, but I do like to stay limber. So I like stretching. I like the type of workouts that don't feel like workouts. Blush and Bashley says, show you the viral reel. Yes, I can. If you want to come over to YouTube, I can drop it in the link. I don't know how to drop it over here on IG, but I'll drop the link for you so you all can see the viral video. But yeah, I do exercise every day though. That's the biggest thing. I'm consistent. It could be 20 or 30 minutes, sometimes more, but I always start my day. So a couple of tips. I didn't move it because y'all know I'm not lifting anything. I asked my guy to move my exercise bike into the bedroom, right by the door. And it's a collapsible one, so it kind of folds into itself. So I have to walk past that in the morning before I come out of my room, before I come down and make a cup of coffee or get a beverage or anything. I see my exercise bike. And so what I do, because I do have the Apple Watch, I've done Apple Fitness, I've done Peloton, but I really use YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. I use YouTube for exercise videos. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I have YouTube Premium, which just means I pay for the one with no commercials, because I've been exercising at home for a long time. And, I'd be holding the plank or doing something and they say, okay, 10 more seconds. And then some insurance commercial comes on. No, you said 10 seconds. I want to do my 10 seconds. Shout out to the Walmart water. You know who you are. We're going to have a 0 sugar, 0 calorie pineapple sparkling water. So just being consistent, even if I eat off of my plan, that's one of the things that I try to do because it's easier to okay, you're going to come over here. It's easier to keep it going than to start back up again. So I like Zumba. I like dance workouts. I'm old, so low impact. I don't really like to do a lot of jumping. I used to love step aerobics, but I'm 47. These knees ain't going to last forever. So that's what I do. I try to make it fun and a distraction. So I'll put on YouTube and I'll do cycling workouts. And that's what I was saying. I paid for premium so I don't have to watch the commercials, and I'll be doing my bike, looking at some beautiful landscape of Switzerland with someone else riding. So that's what I do. It makes me feel good, keeps the joints moving. And that's my workout routine. Okay, so you all want to see the viral video. So let me pull up a tab here and I'll just drop the link. I saw the question from Blush and Bashley. Then I'm going to keep going. I will just drop the link. If you go to my YouTube and you go to shorts, sorry, y'all, I'm on another screen. I'm coming right back. If you go to my YouTube and you go to shorts, you can sort them by latest or most popular. So if you go to most popular, it'll pop up there. But let me click on it for you. All right. And let me pull it up here and share, copy link. And all right. So I put it in the chat, Blush and Bashley. It's also on IG. So there's the link, and we'll show it tonight in the party. All right, where are we? We got Kia G coming through. She says, hello, Maggie in class. I hope you are well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. We have Kia McIntosh, my first time here. What a cute picture. She's smiling. She says, hi, I've been loving your content. Thank you for saying that. And please let me know what you all want to see more of. I'll give you a little bit of story time. Wilbert loves my story time. You all know I'm a proud student. Ugh, I just brushed my teeth so my sparkling water doesn't taste good. You all know I'm a proud student of Lead Attorney, and as a new YouTuber, he encourages us, and it's actually known that you don't want to have what they call an everything channel. So I started with cooking. That's Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I stream there every day. But it kinda has started to bleed over. So I would be in my cooking class, and I would say, "Make sure you pour your beverage into a glass. Don't drink out of the can like a dude." I used to do that. I learned that in etiquette class, and then I go on with the recipe, and then people would say, "Oh, tell us about this etiquette class and these elegance classes that you're taking." So I started the second channel, Teachable Moments with Maggie, and we meet there twice a month, and I give you all, as a student, kind of what I'm learning and what I can do better. And then my relationship channel is once a week, and I kept that separate too because I didn't want anybody who came for a recipe to have to listen through anything else. But it seems like you all are really liking some of it, all of it. So maybe I need to rebrand and find a way to put it all together. But I would love some feedback because we are picking up momentum class. We've got a lot of new people here. So I'd love to know what brings you. But thank you, Kenya. And I think I mispronounced it. Hello, Kenya. Beautiful name. Dope Law has a question. What did you learn from Kevin Samuels? And why do you believe him enough, though so many Black women in particular dislike his content? So I will say this, and thank you for the question, Doplo. I will say this, you all, and this is recorded somewhere. Kevin Samuels, the late great Kevin Samuels, came up in my feed when Average at Best was going viral, and I remember hearing it. I was in the shower, and I kind of poked my head out because I had like the Google Nest thing, so it was just playing these videos on random or whatnot. And I'm like, who is this man talking to this woman? I thought, oh my gosh, this is horrible. And I know for his show, he needed to get our attention, and he had a way of communicating that was at times harsh, and I understand why people kinda, recoiled. But, I was so, fortunate to be able to book a session with him. I put it off many times, but, I did book a session with him because I wanted to start this community or a community that he called the Wives Club. Um, and when I met with him one-on-one, y'all, I was terrified. I was shaking like a leaf. I thought he was gonna grill me from everything from, being overweight to being a divorcee and, just all the things that I used to hear on his show. But one-on-one, he was incredibly gracious, and I am forever, forever grateful to Kevin Samuels and the Samuels family. But what I learned from him, so many things. Um, Fit, feminine, and friendly. If I'm gonna be honest with you all, I've shared that the fitness part is a struggle for me. Um, I'm working on the femininity, and I've always been friendly, so that one is not hard. But I think that believing that my accomplishments could kind of make up for the shortcomings that are important to men was a real wake-up call for me, and realizing that men and women see success and accomplishment in different ways. And a lot of times as women, we're proud, we want the gold star, we got the job, the promotion, we got the certificate, and everybody's happy for you. But at the end of the day, what we really want is a lasting relationship that means something, marriage or long term. And luckily, I did prioritize relationship, but really changing the order of what I put first is probably the biggest thing that I learned from Kevin Samuels. And then why did I believe him, even though so many Black women in particular dislike his content? I can't speak for other women, but one of the things that Kevin really spoke to is our outcomes. Thank you all for the hearts and the likes. So you can argue him down all day, but at the end of the day, when the lights and the microphones and everything go off, you are with yourself, or hopefully your relationship if you've prioritized that. And if you haven't, we've got to take an honest look at ourselves and say, why am I here? And I've shared with you all, I take full responsibility for letting my, fitness not be a priority. That's on me, 100%. I control what I put in my mouth, and I got too comfortable with that. And so I think the same thing applies with relationships. If you've just had a whole bunch of casual experiences and you never really took the time to build something real and work with the man, that's on you. And so that's a hard pill to swallow. And so I think the knee-jerk reaction for a lot of people is, go away, bad man. But, he's no longer with us. but we're still in the situation that we created for ourselves. So, I'm never here to preach. Y'all, look, do what you want to do. I'm just sharing as an old woman or, an older woman, what I've learned. And it really just comes down to what he always used to say, self-awareness, right? Thank you for the question. We got Wilbert. Wilbert says, is the viral clip, the men see themselves in younger men clip? Yep, that's the one. So just a little context around that, you all. Again, I was invited to London to do a cooking collab with another YouTuber. We cooked for a whole day. I had a great time. The content has not come out yet. There's a lot going on that I stay out of. But I was invited after the cooking collab. Hey, I've also got this podcast, come over and, be part of this podcast. I didn't know who was going to be there besides Melanie King and MTR, but all the other people, I met them for the first time. And it was literally like, if there are people here and there's a room available, because there's multiple rooms recording at the same time, get people from variety backgrounds together, put them in a room, get them mic'd up, ask some questions, and just let the kind of conversation fly. And you all will get to know me well enough. I'm never going to, overtalk or shout my opinion. That's just not who I am. But I was listening to the conversation and I was really trying to understand the differences, between men and women, and why is it so difficult? Why does it have to be? It doesn't have to be that difficult. But one of the things that has helped me, even though I've been through it, y'all, but being a boy mom and seeing the different phases of life as a boy. I don't have experience as a boy, clearly, but I remember when the boys were little and they used to run around and do all this crazy stuff, and I would go to work and I would talk to their dad and I'd be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Do I need to test them? What is wrong? And I'm so grateful for the men that used to say, it's okay, mom. I know it sounds crazy. I used to do the same thing as a kid and I was fine. Or, my experience was that talking to men, and of course, not all, I'm getting all the feedback. If it applies to you, it applies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just remember talking to men over the years and them being able to see themselves as a child, and then a young man, and then an adult, and then an older man. And my experience with the men in my life is that they're able to compartmentalize the different phases of life and then move past that. However, women, in my experience, myself included, there's a part of me that kind of feels like, I still feel like that 16-year-old Maggie. I'm 47, and hopefully I carry myself in a way that is mature, but that's what I was trying to say, and the difference between men and women from my experience. So if it, made sense, it makes sense. It seems to have struck a nerve with people. So that's why I said men see themselves in younger men, but women see themselves as younger women. So that's what I said. And honestly, y'all, it was like a 2-hour podcast. I said it, there were so many other quotes and clips. And because it was a panel, I asked my editor, shout out 10 Plus Sounds, any of the parts of the podcast where I had a speaking part, could you please clip it for me? Because I know nobody's going to watch the whole 2-hour thing, because I wanted to kind of keep it as a memento and just show like, hey guys, like my first real podcast. And I posted it up just like I posted everything up, and it is gone. And it's still going. So that's what happened. We'll talk more about that tonight. But yes, that's the clip. Wally says, that's amazing. I'm already behind, but thank you. I'm glad I helped. Wilbert says it has over 420,000 views. It has 420 on YouTube. Let me see how many it has on IG. Because I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe I need to put it on Twitter. But yeah, it is just flying around. And I'm like, what did I do? So, for anyone who has questions about how do you grow so fast, none of this was intentional, but what was intentional, sorry, y'all, I'm looking for it on IG, and I'll put the link there so y'all can see. None of this was intentional. When I left London and I came back, y'all saw, I just went back to the kitchen to start cooking like I regularly was. And then, all these people started coming in. Y'all, it's at 900,000 on what is this? IG. Let me copy the link for you so y'all can have it. So I just came back from London and I just started cooking the way I normally was, and the channel just started to grow. And I expected a little bit of a bump. Allie says it's gonna fly. I expected a little bit of a bump, but I'm just as surprised as y'all because, like I said, I'm getting about 1,000 subs per day. That is unheard of. But I think people saw me and they were curious, like, who is this lady? And then maybe came to my page and saw some content that they liked. I don't know. Y'all tell me while you're here, but you are always here, most welcome here. And we are always the happy, wholesome, family friendly side of YouTube. Stay woke, Miss Clifford says I'm good. Hopefully the sound is good. Allie says I was the highlight of that panel. Thank you. Thank you so much. And let me know if the sound is okay on IG because someone said it was low. Hello, Mona. Y'all please check out Mona, my moderator. Thank you so much for being here. She's got a couple YouTube channels as well. All right, I'm going to go through and any questions y'all have, I want to answer for you. Just call me Michaela says, I just found your channel. Hello, sweetheart. Your energy is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. BB says sound is perfect. Thank you. I was the voice of reason. I love it. What is your advice on being more assertive as a reserved and quiet woman? Yeah, this is not a problem I have. I have had the opposite problem, hence the reason I continue to take etiquette and elegance classes. But if you are reserved and quiet, that's fine. And it's actually a beautiful quality. So, how to be more assertive? And I'm trying to think of the different situations, but don't change who you are. I think what a lot of people are learning is that you can communicate without having to shout. I had to learn that. I would be intentional about what I want to say and what I want to ask for. Because if you don't speak a lot, then, which is fine, it's actually better, less is more. One of the things that I worked on doing is forming the thought in my head before it comes out of my mouth. One of the things that I used to do, and a lot of times as women, we think as we are speaking, and I am working on thinking before I speak. So a lot of what's coming across as very impactful is because I'm running it through my head. All that I told you all about that viral clip, I'm listening to all these people on the panel go back and forth, and I'm just thinking, what is the red thread here? What is it? So if you, for example, don't like something, it is okay. Give yourself permission to say, you know what? My name is Michaela. Please address me as such. And that's it. You don't have to over explain yourself. You're an adult. You have the right to ask for what you want, and people can either grant you that or refuse. But try to think about the end in mind. So if you're asking for something, make sure you're clear about the ask. If you're informing about something, make sure you're clear about this in my head. In this conversation, when I leave, I want you to understand what my channel is about, right? So I try to think about that so the words that come out are really clear. It's just going to take practice. Sometimes your natural personality is a little bit shy. I can get that way in certain circumstances, but usually y'all have seen me like, especially in my happy place. But yeah, and I do offer consults too. If you all ever want to do any, practicing, you can book a session if you want to. But thank you. But yeah, don't change who you are. You can be assertive without being overbearing. Absolutely, they're very different. The sound is great. Oh, okay. Everybody coming through. Yeah, not over explaining is big. Yes, especially men don't like that. I've had to learn that. So with my guy, what I'll do is I'll lead with the question and then I'll ask him if he wants the details. He may be able to give me a decision just with a question. Men are a lot more decisive. In my experience, I take the long way around the mountain. All right, Mona says, please like the video. I hope that was helpful, Michaela. Dope Law says, what is my beauty routine? Do I have one? Oh, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Very, very simple. I wear no makeup, so this is just my skin. I do a red lip. I do have some mascara on, and then a little bit of eyebrow pencil. The whole beauty thing, you all, I don't know. Like, it has to be applicable to your life. That's one of the things that we learn in styling. And I am not a stylist. I've had to hire a stylist, but really where you start is what is your everyday? I think a mistake that a lot of women make is they dress for like the red carpet when you're going to be in the carpool with me. So my style is kind of like I say, from the carpool to the kitchen. The other thing, oh, skin routine. Yeah, we'll talk about that. The other thing is I have to have a routine that I can be consistent with because that's important to men. My guy, and I'm sure all guys, they want to be able to see you and know what to expect. So I don't want to go from, of course, if it's a fancy occasion, I'll do it up. Y'all saw the photo shoot, but I don't want to I don't wanna start anything that I can't maintain, and then you see me from day to day, and I look vastly different. So, my natural hair, I do roller set shampoo once a week. You know, I've had people clown me, call me Nettie Pearl, whatever. I like my big African hair, keep it clean, keep it conditioned, and we just rock the cumulus clouds. That's what my kid called it. My son, when he was little, "Mommy, your hair looks like a cumulus cloud." Yes, it does. Um, Very minimal makeup because I'm an active mom. Y'all see me in the kitchen cooking over these pots. So I do want to put some effort in. I like a red lip, and I do. These are polished stickers. I keep a short manicure, so these are nail polish stickers, so that I look a little bit polished. Definitely, wash my face and just find some simple products. Um, as I've aged, it's actually my skin has gotten better. We all go through those different phases, but it's gonna sound the truth is I do what my man likes. If he compliments something, I do more of it. He likes a soft, touchable hairstyle, so that's how I wear it. If I, try something and he's like, "Yeah, don't do that." I don't do it. Like, to me, it's that simple. So, ladies, I would offer, um, find the beauty that your man likes and go with that. I don't care what anybody else says. At the end of the day, it's not for you. That's where I'm at. So, customize it to your lifestyle and do something that you can sustain. Skin routine, I will say this because I don't have like fine lines and wrinkles. I do have a baby face, so I'm grateful for that. And I'm 47, but we do age. I don't believe in 40 is the new 30. 40 is 40, but I do get a monthly facial. I do like to pamper myself, so I get facials and massages and that type of thing. So I do have a facial once a month just to get it really clean and maybe do like a peel from time to time. But that's pretty much it. Endless has spoken. Hello, my first time seeing you here. He says, "Hello, Maggie." And I subscribe to your channel because of the Just Pearly Things channel, all the way from South Africa. I love South Africa. Oh, I love part of my heart there. The people, the food, the history, the music, the culture, the landscape. One of my best vacations. Thank you for being here. All right, Peace More says, yes, I dropped the link. So I dropped it. I'll drop it again if someone wants to ask a question, but I thought I pasted it. It's that StreamYard link. Hey, Marie Marie. Marie Marie was my 10,000th subscriber. Hello, Ernie, or follower. Y'all, I've got 10,000 on IG and 10,000 on YouTube. Thank you. In all seriousness, y'all, I'm just blown away. I can't believe it. So thank you. We will celebrate tonight. I clicked on the wrong stream, but we'll do a celebration look back tonight at 8 p.m. My first live stream, Wilbert's blooper reel, the first time I came up on Lead Attorney, and we'll celebrate together. Thank you, Marie Marie. Airport chauffeur says, love the natural hair. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is me. I know this is a hot button with a lot of people, so I'm not even going to go there. I'm just telling you, my guy likes my hair, and I like my hair. So that's what I wear. Thank you for the flowers. 10 plus sounds. Hello, sir. My editor in the building. We got Shelby. Shelby, are you still single? We're going to get Shelby married. She says, good morning, Maggie and viewers. Met Shelby in the Kevin Samuels mix. Lovely lady, wife ready. We got Kia G. Thank you, Mona, for the support, everyone. I appreciate that. Kia G in the house. I'm just going through. Dope Law says, you went to Lead Attorney's YouTube class. Was it good? Yes, y'all, I am a huge huge fan and proud student of the lead attorney. Um, when I was working from home, well, I still work from home, but during the C-19 when we were all working from home, I got tired of watching the news. I used to have it on all the time and just the body counts, but y'all know what I mean. Just having that in my ear, it just really wore on me. And that's one thing, thank you, Alec. That's one thing that I'm very protective of now is just, whether y'all call it my energy or my aura, or I'm just old. I'm just not having the foolishness. I'm just not. Um, so my guy actually told me to watch The Lead Attorney. He's like, "Yeah, he's this attorney in Atlanta." And I'm like, "What? I'm not into law. Like, what is that about?" But he told me to do something, so I did it. And when I tuned into Lead Attorney, he was talking about Tasha K and Cardi B. Y'all, I don't know. I am not cool. I don't know pop culture. I watch recipes. And so, I'm watching him and I'm listening and, he's funny and all of that. But I heard him say something and I've said it 100 times and I'll say it 100 more. And I heard him say, if you're over 35, you have life experience that people need to know. And I've always been cooking and I would just take a picture of my plate and I would put it on social media. This is what I'm eating today, trying to hold myself accountable because I got, uh, a ways to go. And people would always ask me about that. And so when I heard lead attorney say that, I'm like, people are always asking me about recipes. Maybe I should do a cooking channel, and the rest is history. So, he used to drop the link, and he still does let people come up and talk about the topic of the day, and then talk about their channel. And I shouted myself out, and a lot of people were like, "Who is that?" So I bought his courses. He has 2 courses, a beginner course and an advanced course. I highly recommend them. I actually have a course too. You all can preview it for free. The link is in the description. My course is on how you get monetized, or how I got monetized so quickly. And I've gotten really good feedback that it's great for beginners. But yes, I wanted to learn at his feet because Lead was an attorney and now he does YouTube full time. And I do work. I think I should work as long as the boys are in school. But ultimately, I would like to leave corporate and have maybe my YouTube channel as part of my exit strategy. So this is kind of what I'm doing. And Lead has set up a mastermind. We meet twice a month to go over our lessons learned, what we've done well, what we've messed up, and kind of learn like in a think tank. Highly recommend it. And I guess most importantly, and why a lot of you all are here, Lead shares his network with us. So he's a much bigger YouTuber than I am, and he has connections with other YouTubers, and he asks them to come speak at the mastermind. And he's brought several people in, including just Pearly Things. And I said, "Hey, I've got a cooking channel if you ever need anybody to, help you cook for wife school." And she said, "Come to London and let's do it." And the rest is history. So highly, highly recommend The Lead Attorney. Highly. All right. So where are we? All right, so let me just scroll back. Template Sounds, you joined my membership. Thank you, sir. Y'all, I do have memberships on YouTube starting at $5 a month. You get early access. The course is back there. You get that for free. My cookbook. You get behind the scenes, so you can take a look at that. I also have a Patreon. There's a $1 and a $5 level if you all are interested in your etiquette journey, because I am going to come out with a beginner course for that too, and just kind of share with you all what I've learned. My guy's been on me to kind of do more about that. And I'm like, people already know this stuff. And he's like, no, they don't. Okay. So let me see where we were. Yeah, so I recommend The Lead Attorney highly. All right, so I dropped the link. You guys saw the YouTube video. Y'all saw the Instagram video. Wilbert says almost 1 million views on IG. I deserve it. Oh, thank you. Here's the thing, you all. Well, first of all, thank you for the compliment. And you all will see 10 Plus Sounds clipped every time that I had a speaking part on this panel. He clipped it. So it was over a 2-hour podcast with like 7, 8 people there. And so I just wanted to clip any time that I was speaking, and I've uploaded all of them. So it was literally like, just get the parts that I did so you all could see what I did in London, and I posted them on my page. This one seemed to strike a nerve, and it's going around and around. But you really can't plan for a viral moment. And I'm actually kind of glad that I've been here every day, just kind of grinding, because that viral moment is happening and it's bringing a lot of people, but you won't sustain it if that's what you're looking for. You all see me and then you come to my channel and hopefully you like what you see and you stay around. I would love to have you here. But channels that kind of get launched by fireworks, they can fizzle out, just as quickly. And one of the things 10 Plus Sounds told me is that, you have over almost 1,000 videos. So I cook every day. I do dining documentaries. We're going to do more relationship stuff, more Q&As. So that just happened to happen, but it's very surreal. I'm very grateful, but you just can't predict it. The airport chauffeur says, "Who says dark-skinned women don't have it? Beautiful white teeth as well." Haha, thank you. Tell me you're African without telling me you're African. Mom used to make us brush with Arm& Hammer baking soda. So we'd have the baking soda in the bathroom, y'all know Nana, and we'd wet our toothbrush and we'd put it into the baking soda box and put some baking soda on it and then put the toothpaste on it and brush with that. So, oh, okay. Miss Clifford sent me a message. I'll take a look at it. And then we would brush with that. And baking soda, what's it called? Like gets rid of stains. So I never had braces or anything. This is just genetic. So the teeth I have are just the ones that I was born with. And I do have this big toothy smile. Sometimes you'll see me like cover it up because I'm like, oh my God, I'm cheesing all over. But I appreciate that. And look, hey, I'm African. And, I don't know. I mean, I know, people like what they like and people have preferences, but I just want to be very sensitive to that. My upbringing and being African, I don't have the same experience as African Americans. And so everybody in my family looks like me, The boys are biracial, but everybody in my family looks like me. And so that is the standard of beauty. So I don't, compare myself to anybody else. Likewise, when I go to Latin America, I've been to, several countries, everybody there has that copper skin and that's what they look like. When I've been to Europe, I've been to Germany, everybody there is tall and, fair skin and, that's what they look like. So maybe it's a little bit narrow-minded way of saying it, but this is what I'm supposed to look like. And I love it. So thank you for the compliment. Yes, y'all, please check out Mona's channel. Let us know what's going on. Miss Strong, let us know what's coming on your channel. Anybody who's got a YouTube channel, you all are here to help me grow, so I definitely want to help you grow. Dee Dee says, hi, Maggie in class. Hello, Dee Dee. Everybody's saying hello. Stay Woke says, love it. Think before you speak instead of what comes up comes out. This has been a big thing for me, and maybe because of business too, and being in leadership and being in management, but really it's just about, I saw someone made a comment about she didn't shout and we were able to understand everything she said, and she didn't waste any words. So I still do that word salad, y'all. I just do it in my head, but I've learned to be quiet while I'm thinking. And does that make sense? Like if you could see my brain, I'm kind of like, no, that doesn't make sense. But what is going on here? Like, why is this so difficult? What is my experience? Like, that's what I'm thinking. And then I'll say it and then I'll re-say it and re-say it in my head before it comes out. And it sounds so perfect and poetic, but yeah, we don't have to say everything that we think. Maurice says, hi, Aunt Maggie. How are you? I'm good. Thank you so much for being here, Maurice. Mona says, 100%. You won't appeal to everyone. Be you and do you. Y'all, there are, I don't know how many million YouTube channels. There's something for everybody. So if you like it here, you are most welcome here. I know I lose subscribers. There's people who are like, yeah, this lady has lost her mind. I understand that. Please, and I don't mean this flippantly. Life is too short and too long to be miserable. So find the place that feeds you. I love feeding you, but, find the place that brings you joy. Seriously, I mean that. Ali says, I commanded the room just being me. Oh, thank you. I wasn't even trying to, y'all. I just respectfully, and that's part of my elegance and etiquette. A conversation is supposed to be a dialogue. It's supposed to be a dance, right? You're supposed to be able to listen to others. And, what I try to do is when there's a break in the conversation, I will say something. I do consults outside of this, and some of the young ladies that I've worked with, you got to stop cutting people off. I've had to learn, if I have a thought, hold on to that thought and wait for a break in the conversation and then say what I want to say. You all even saw me. There's a clip of me. There was like a young mother who was, just she had missed the mark with the relationship and some of the choices that she made. And the conversation had swirled and gone all the way around. And when I was speaking, I answered the question and then I said, I would like to offer something to the young mother, if I may. We had talked about that part of the conversation like 10 minutes prior, but I wasn't just going to interrupt and say, I got to get my thought out. So, ladies, that's something that we can do that shows self control and is a lot more eloquent, if you will. If you need to take notes, use your phone so you don't forget your thoughts, but don't feel like you gotta, just get it out right now because it's in my head. That's not elegant, and that's something that I've worked on. Hello, lead moderator. So funny. Kenya says, I'm here because I loved how you carried yourself on the podcast. It was refreshing to see, and I want to learn more, so I subscribed. Okay, thank you. Yes, let me know what you all like more of, because I'm always going to be cooking, but someone suggested I do like these Saturday Q&As, right? So if you all like this, that way I'm not in the kitchen. Sometimes I'm a little rushed when I'm cooking because I don't want to burn the bacon, right? So I may not give you all the attention that you want. So I'm going to do this for you at least once a week. If you all want more, let me know and we'll build it as we fly it. So thank you for subscribing. Thank all of you all. I mean it. You don't even have to be here. So just you watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, the channel's going to continue to grow. And I'll always be your substitute teacher, or, these teachable moments. Everything, my theme is kind of like classroom related, because I really do feel the older women should teach the young. That's what Kevin Samuels always used to say. And there's an opportunity, because I don't have daughters. And I'm very passionate, as a boy mom, that I want their outcomes to be well as well. So you all help me get better and let me know what you want to see more of. We have ranked Pew Pew. Handsome heartbreaker. Men can use that skill as well. I'm learning as a man to think before I speak and take my time. I used to say whatever came to my mind so people wouldn't have to wait for my response. Y'all, that is a huge one. If you want to be instantly elegant, it costs you nothing. You don't have to change what you wear. I used to talk like this all the time, and I got feedback that I shout when I speak. Who wants to listen to that? So 2 things you can do instantly: lower your volume and slow down. You may catch me doing that when I get excited. Sometimes, we kind of get out of our sorts and it's like, and in my mind, I'm like, get it together, Maggie. So when I'm cooking or whatever, you may watch me kind of like, yes, so okay, this next part of the recipe, that's me telling myself, lower my volume and slow down. So everybody can take that away. That's what I continue to do. Just call Michaela says, thank you, very helpful. Wonderful. I forgot what I said already. I'm going to go through these and try to clip them because you all tell me that it's helpful. But in all seriousness, if there's anything that I can share with you from my lived experience, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, anything. I'm just a mom. But I have been through some things, right? Been married, loved being married. Was married for 10 years, right out of college. So I got married at 25. Unfortunately, it did end in divorce. But since the divorce, my ex-husband and I co-parent really well. Excuse me, he gets the kids, all the time, even so much so my oldest now at 15 is living with his dad. My youngest son, who is very bright but doesn't always make the best choices, is in military school and he's doing well. That is because I've had men in my life to speak to me and say, this is what boys need. And I've had to be coachable and say, even though it's an ego check for me, all I can be is mom. So been married, been divorced, co-parenting, worked corporate, college, graduate school, YouTube channel. I've been through some things. So I'm glad that it's helpful. Y'all can always pick my brain. Hello, everyone coming in. All right, so let's see what else. Our high value hero. Yes, thank you, 10 plus sounds, for joining. I appreciate that. Let's see. Mari says, Aunt Maggie, you're beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a late bloomer, y'all. I mean, look, I say this and I mean it, meaning like, when I say I'm average, I don't look at that like a bad thing, meaning when I walk into a space, like I'm not a head turner, right? I'm not a model. I'm not one of those that like, oh my gosh, who is that? And I never have been, and that's okay. So for me, I work hard and I really try to overperform in other areas, being useful, being friendly, being feminine. You're born with what you're born with. I think I have aged well because I've lived a simple life. I haven't done a lot, so it doesn't show up on me like, ooh, you hard living. So, for me, I'll be 48 later this year, approaching 50. I'm looking forward to my golden years and taking care of my health and having great experiences and love and all of that, a second chance of everything. So, I think that's the beauty that people see is that I'm just really content. And that's what I would love to see more of. But unfortunately, and especially in our community, older women aren't happy with the choices that they've made. So instead of being at a place where we can impart wisdom to our, younger sisters and daughters and nieces and all of that, we're still trying to be out there doing what they do. Mm-mm. So I think that's what you're sensing. But thank you for the compliment. Allie knows nothing says you are needed in the community. The space needs a voice like Professor Maggie. Oh, well, thank you. I'm here. I'll keep doing it if y'all like it. And we'll do more. I'll do a course. I want to do like a Patreon community where this is going to be, online, free, ask me anything. But like I said, I do consults and we'll have a community in Patreon where people can ask some questions if you don't want it to be streamed. I completely respect that. And everybody's welcome here. Ranked Pew Pew says, very beautiful and classy. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mona is agreeing. We got Geneva. She says, good morning. Hello, my dear. Thank you for being here. Hello, 10 Plus Sounds. Hello, your boy. Mallory says, good morning. All about the Mac says, good morning, Maggie, moderators in class. For the cooking side, y'all, we just wrapped up a trucker series. So JSM Business Academy sponsored 2 days of meals. If you all want to sponsor anything, that just means you buy the groceries and I'll cook up what you like. But we dedicated a couple days to coming up with meals for our truckers, our hardworking brothers, or some sisters who drive trucks, coming up with meals that you all can eat on the go, whether you drive a truck, whether you are an Uber driver, Amazon driver. We did 1 day of like non-cook meals, and then the next day we did cooked meals. So you all can see that up on my cooking channel and hopefully get some inspiration from all about the Macs. Thank you. Kia says facials once a month have been very helpful for my skin too. Yeah, if you have problem skin, and luckily for me, I will scar, if I have a blemish, but for me, it's really about knowing your skin type, and you need to go to a professional so they can tell you the type of skin that you have, likewise the type of hair that you have. And here's the thing that I do, ladies. If I go get a service, right, get my hair done, get a facial, I ask them what my home routine should be, or I ask them, what are you using? And I try to buy the same product so that it's consistent. I think also with the dressing, sometimes people go and they have that put together look because you've had a team of people working on you. That's great, but that's not every day sustainable. So learn the type of skin you have. I'm oily and I'm prone to scar. So if I get a blemish, I know what to do and what to use on my face and what not to use on my face. But yeah, I like to get facials regularly, but even if you just get it a few times a year and just ask them, okay, do I have, dry skin? Do I have, wrinkled skin? Do I have skin that gets red? I don't know. I'm not an esthetician, but I go and I don't just sit there and, with the cucumbers on my eyes. I actually ask them, okay, what are you using? What does that product do? Is it something that I can buy or is it for professionals only? And then I just continue the same, being consistent. We got a question on IG. Thank you for pressing the question button on IG if y'all want to ask questions too. So D Moore says, I have a cousin without doubt wants to live vicariously through me. and admitted to feeling a way when he comes over by the house saying he feels this should be his life. Should I cut ties with him? You're talking about jealousy. Well, you can cut ties or you can just love people from afar. We've all been there. I know even as a YouTuber, sometimes it's like, man, why is that channel, bigger than mine? You just have to find your community and grow. But to answer your question, Demore, I would only cut ties if it becomes damaging, right? If he becomes disrespectful or it's one of those things that's kind of like, we can't get past that. No, it's different when someone is like, I'll give you an example. Um, I love to travel, but you all know we were all sat down for a while. And, there were some people that were able to travel. And my guy was like, no, we're not going anywhere. And I was like, I'm so jealous. I wish I were you. Have fun for me. Y'all always hear me say with the snacks, eat some for me. That is different. And just admitting, I'm jealous. I wish I could be doing what you're doing. And then we move on with the relationship and the conversation. That is very different from, and I have had people tell me, I should have your job. I should have your man. I should have your this. That is damaging. So if the intent behind it is to undermine, then yeah, I would start with distance. Like if you have him over to your house, maybe he doesn't come to your house. Maybe y'all meet outside and play ball or whatever, but he doesn't come into your house because you don't want that energy. And then if you have a new something, you don't want somebody eyeing that and being like, you know, you don't deserve that. And if it still doesn't get any better, I would cut ties as a last resort. But y'all, I do really value relationships and I try to work things out with people. I mean, even divorcing with grace, it doesn't have to be ugly. My in-laws are still my in-laws. It's just, the relationship didn't last, but we're still forever family. We still love the boys. A lot of their teachers didn't even know we were divorced. We show up together. And he's remarried. So you don't have to light a match and watch it burn. So hopefully that helps. You're welcome. Glad that helps. Thank you for asking the question. Anybody on IG, you can press the question button because sometimes the comments just scroll up and I'll miss it. So if you asked one and I missed it, please press the question button. Hannah's Heart says YouTube is at 11:07. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say. I was really trying. We will have our celebration tonight. We're going to celebrate 10K or whatever it is, but I'm incredibly humbled. Um, I guess this is the power of the algorithm. And it's because I have a video that's gone viral and, some collabs that I did with big YouTubers that got a lot of eyeballs on me. But I have to say, I'm I appreciate it, but I'm not leaning on that, right? I'm not like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna be this super YouTuber overnight. I do believe you have to work for it, and I'm ready to work for it. I think that keeping that viral moment in proper perspective is going to be important for me because just like my skincare and hair and everything, I only do what I can sustain. So cooking for me is what I do every day anyway, so it's not hard. But trying to bend myself into a pretzel to come up with something that's like, oh, the next viral moment, that would be inauthentic, if that's a word. So if there's content that I have that goes viral, that's great. But I hope that when you all see me for the first time and then you come back and you look at my content, it makes you want to stay. So again, thank you everyone for subscribing and I hope I make you proud. Black Panther says, congratulations, Maggie. Thank you, kind sir. Randy says, how do you best receive criticism? All right, give me some feedback, y'all. What am I doing wrong? I'm a girl and sometimes I can be a little tender, but I have been told that I take feedback really well. Um, Being able to separate what I do from who I am has been paramount for me. Um, let's take cooking, right? If I make something and someone's like, I don't like that, there's a part of me that wants to stick out my bottom lip and I'm like, but it's okay. Everybody has the right to their opinion. Now, if I'm asking for feedback, then I'm all ears. Please let me know how I can get better. Like I asked you all, what do you want to see more of here? Um, And it's also just like when I was saying with D Moore, it's about the intent behind the criticism. And you know if somebody's giving you criticism that says, "Hey, Maggie, drop the link more often, we wanna come up. You don't do that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Kinda forgot about that. I'll drop it again." But, if someone's giving you criticism just to be mean, you can feel that energy, and I'm not gonna argue with you. If someone's just trying to be mean, okay, thank you. And then I go on about my life. I just kinda like I learned that in my confident conversation class. It's just like you put a bubble around you, if you feel the intent. But if it's someone that really is trying to help me, especially if they approach me, either privately or, "Hey, have you considered this?" Or, "I don't like it when you do that." I'm really receptive to that. So I've been told. Geneva, thank you, Randy. Can't wait to see you this summer. Geneva says, "Oh my goodness, I didn't realize I'm almost at 12K." Y'all, we are celebrating tonight. Whatever the K is, we will celebrate tonight. This thing is growing and it has just gone beyond what I know what to do. It's it's just growing. So thank you again for everyone here. But it took me a year. Like I said, I did get 1,000 in the 4, monetized in 4 months, but I was just holding around 1,000. I was at 2,000 before I went to London. So last month I was at 2,000. Last week I was at 5,000. Yesterday I was at 10,000. So I liken it to, I have this visual of me pushing this boulder uphill and I'm streaming and I'm cooking and I'm, trying to improve and making my community and giving y'all a good experience and just being consistent. And then you get to the top and before you know it, the ball starts rolling downhill and it's like, sorry, it's like compound interest. So, but I'm trying to be very measured. People have told me that they see my channel getting very big. Um, from your lips to God's ears, we'll see. I just want to make sure that I'm, true to myself and you all will hold me accountable to that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Everybody saying hello. Endless says, what part of South Africa did I visit? So I was there for a group tour, so Johannesburg and Cape Town. So flew into Johannesburg and, did the tours and then came to take Cape Town, Table Mountain, of course, the Soweto, just and the food, incredible. Thank you. Dee Dee says, what do you do if you want to start a YouTube channel but just can't figure out a niche? Yeah, this is a big one. And Lead has this in his course too. But you know what's funny? I am going to answer your question. You know what's funny? I have 3 channels because we were told everything channels don't work, right? You can't have a cooking channel and an etiquette channel and a relationship channel, but they are starting to bleed over. And as much as I try to separate them, all of it rolls up into Maggie, right? And you all seem to like it. But before you're monetized, that is the time to experiment. So, what I would recommend, and I think I have this in my course, if you want to start a YouTube channel, what are you naturally good at? What have people complimented you on? What are you curious about? What can you communicate easily about? Because Lead says it's 2 things. People come to YouTube because they want to learn something, right? So you don't have to be perfect. I'm not the best cook in the world, far from it, but I'm good enough at it that people have told me, oh, I didn't know there are sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free substitutes, right? So you have to be able to educate in a way that's also entertaining. That's the thing. Like nobody wants to hear you say, first you do this and then you do that, And I am kind of like in my happy place and I'm dancing around and people enjoy that. So it's kind of the cross between what can you educate and what can you entertain. But before you're monetized, that is the time to try some things, put a few different types of videos out there and see what people respond to. I did not do that because y'all, when I started my channel, if nobody watched at the end of the day or at the end of the stream, I had a meal for myself or a meal for the family. to this day, I still don't look at my analytics. Y'all are telling me the count. Like, I do look at milestones. I don't want to be flippant. I do look at milestones. So like when I was approaching 5,000, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a big milestone. But y'all, every time I look down and refresh, it just keeps growing. I don't know my CPM. I don't look at any of that stuff, because I've heard some other YouTubers who focus on that. Oh, I put out a video and why isn't it performing? I don't need the stress. Y'all, I'm here to make the snacks, and everything else that I do is because people have asked. When I talk about, I learned this in etiquette class, you all say, tell us about etiquette class. So I made a channel. The relationship stuff, y'all are like, tell us more. So we made that public. Y'all want to ask me questions, so I'm here. People are like, we need a cookbook, so I made a cookbook. Yes, I do have a cookbook for you. It's an ebook and there's a discount code. People have said, hey, do you do consults? So now I do consults. Like, I I hope you understand what I'm saying is that everything that I've done has been in response to what people have asked. So what have people told you you're good at? What do people come to you for? What do people tell you, you really helped me with that? And I would start there. Allie says, oh, all I know is nothing. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Allie. So multiple channels are great. You use each channel to direct traffic, to tease topics on each one, and continue the conversations. Your channel will be 100x your expectations. Y'all think I'm going to get to 100K? Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Y'all, I remember trying to get to 1K. Look at us now, 10K, 11K. Yes, high value hero. Okay, where are we? Sorry, y'all. What does Shelby says? Yes, Maggie, I'm still single. I had to accomplish some things, so now I can start dating and give my undivided attention to a new significant other. Well, y'all, Shelby's watching on Facebook, and she is a lovely wife-ready candidate. So if anybody wants to present their benefits package, she is looking for marriage. All I know is nothing says it serves as a backup because the algorithm is funny. Yeah, the first 1,000 is the longest mile. I love this. Thank you so much. All I know is nothing. Wilbert says, are you looking forward to becoming a YouTube celebrity? Y'all, I still clip coupons. My car needs a car wash. It's like 12 years old. I guess if being a YouTube celebrity just means being more well-known in a way that's I'm still me, then sure, bring it on. My Instagram viral clip has almost 1 million views. So, I've come across a lot of people's timeline. I haven't shared this with you all, but I did get invited to an interview that I'll be doing next month for an Apple podcast. And it was funny, the interviewer reached out to me and he was like, you landed on my feed and you're talking about relationships, but I came to your channel and you're cooking and singing and dancing around. So there's got to be a story here. And I was like, yeah, let's talk about it. So I guess so, Wilbert. I don't know. Y'all keep me humble. Keep my feet on the ground. Plus the kids, y'all. I'm telling you. I am never going to be a celebrity because Marcus is like, my oldest is like, you? People want to watch you make our dinner? Randy says, what's at the top of my bucket list? At the top? I say this all the time, y'all. I mean, what I would love when the boys are up and out, I tell you all the time, I'm just a small town girl with big dreams, but I would love to be almost like a travel and food blogger. Like I want to go and travel the world and, eat different cuisine, sample different things, nothing crazy, do different experiences, take different cooking classes, and then come back and live stream for you all. Like my dining documentaries, I would love to be able to just do that as my full-time, if that makes sense. So a combination of all those things, traveling, cooking classes, cuisine, of course, if y'all want to pick my brain about relationships and stuff like that too, I'm happy to share what I've learned. I've done some things right and I've done some things wrong. But hopefully that answers. But it's not one thing. It's more like a collective of experiences. Freud says, I have a lovely voice. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. A couple things, I used to be very self-conscious about my voice because as I'm getting older, my voice is getting deeper and a bit raspier. And especially in the morning, it's kind of like, do I sound like a man? But also with my elegant etiquette training, learning to lower my voice. We all have a natural speaking voice, but when you talk like this all the time, it can get really nasally and loud, and people are kind of like, ah. So, some of the assignments that I have, when I'm taking elegance classes is to record yourself. And that's one of the things that YouTube has been really great. I actually go back and watch my streams, and sometimes I'm like, oh, cringing, but learning the way that I communicate so that I can get better. But this is just my natural voice. Um, so I'm glad that you like it because it's like, this is my natural hair. This is my natural face. This is my natural skin. You know, you get what you get. Some things I like. I wish I had long lady fingers. I don't. I have my dad's hands. So I just, keep a red polish on and I got these little short hands, but that's what I got. Thank you. Dee Dee says, what do you do if you want to? Oh, we talked about the niche. Okay. Out Here Trucking says, good morning, Maggie and chat. Hello, sir. Out Here Trucking. Like I said, we just wrapped up a trucker series. He was very generous. And thank you to all of the truckers. You all keep, the wheels on your bus go round and round because I shop online and y'all make sure we have all the supplies that we need. So I appreciate you all. Thank you, Out Here Trucking. Dee Dee says, what do you do? Wait, oh, you asked it a couple times. Okay, hopefully I answered your question, Dee Dee. All right. Yes, you all check out Miss Strong. Please shout out your channels. Chrissy says, how do you protect your peace in stormy times? Yeah, it's really a decision, y'all. And I know that's kind of easier said than done, but life happens. And yes, I get frustrated. And yes, I get upset. One of the reasons why, my oldest is living with his dad, the boys are my size and they don't always get along. And I broke up one fight and I called their dad and I was like, I can't do this. No. So life happens and it's tough, whether it's family stuff or work stuff or relationship stuff. But I always try to think about the end game. And I know myself well enough to notice the patterns, right? If I get mad in the moment, I get mad, but I don't stay mad. I usually have like a 24-hour cycle, and my guy's like, go ahead, take your trip around the mountain. Um, but I prioritize relationships and I think about the next day, the next month, the next year. Is this really the hill that I want to die on? And it's hard, especially with the parenting stuff, some parenting stuff sometimes, but stress can really do a number on you. And I've experienced that. And I think that's why, I take responsibility for what I eat. But when I had that long commute and I'm, ripping and running and trying to be all things to all people, and just eating whatever I could get out of the drive-through, I wasn't the best version of myself. And I like this Maggie, and my guy likes this Maggie, and he tells me that. So I'm like, y'all, I turn off the news. There's a lot of YouTube that I don't watch. I am always intentional about my channel being happy, wholesome, and family friendly. And it's not just cliche. I don't want to have anything that's going to stress me out. So I have no problem removing myself from situations or people that are causing me stress, and just limiting them, limiting their access. Naturally, I have a very joyful personality. So this is my normal. So when I start to dip down, I'm like, okay, something got to change so I can keep it normal. All I know is nothing says without truckers, there will be no supplies anywhere. Thank you to the truckers. Hopefully that helps, Chrissy. 10 plus says I'm classy. Thank you so much. Wilbert says, I enjoy this channel above others because it's a wholesome and family. Yeah, my mom was watching. The boys are in and out. We're not doing that over here. There's a lot of other content. It's just not going to be here. You're my only membership too. Thank you for the support, Wilbert. Wilbert been rocking with me. Been burning bacon, and he reminds me. These YouTube streets are filled with drama. Here is a great escape. I'll drink to that. Shout out to the Walmart water. You all, I am very aware of everything that's happening out in the world. I'm just not going to perpetuate, I'm just not going to bring it here. I'm just not. I don't know. It's a decision. But I appreciate you all. And several of y'all have told me that this is an escape for you. It's an escape for me. I got work. I got these crazy kids, that mom life, ripping and running. I come here and it's like we have a community, y'all, and it's real. I love it. Yes, we are family friendly always, always. Hannah's heart says, I love all your content, Maggie. As much as you spend pouring into us, how do you make sure to pour into Maggie? Well, thank you. But no, I do. I prioritize myself. I've shared this before, but I've created like a little bit of a spa at home. And when I say I have everything done here, my hair lady comes to me, my massage therapist comes to me, my nail technician comes to me, my esthetician comes to me, my reflexologist person comes to me. I have worked on partnering with, how do you say, technicians, if you will, that are mobile. And I kind of make my home the spa, especially when the boys are at my dad. And I'll just have a full day of just like, I'm just gonna do less and be more. But in all honesty, hello everyone coming in. In all honesty, I only do what I enjoy on my channel. I know a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot, but I really enjoy cooking. That's why for me, it's my happy place. If I had to do a channel about, let me think of something that I do that I don't really want to do. Like, I don't know, just, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's just like, I'm intentional about what I share and where I spend my time on, but like parenting, the boy mom stuff. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Hello, everyone coming in. But thank you. Yes, I'll take care of myself. And I do. You all see me when I go. Like, I love to go to the spa. I love to go to new restaurants and travel. All of that is me. And sometimes I just sit. I was late this morning because I just laid in the bed and I was like, you know what? Do I really want to move that fast? But thank you. Yes. Take care of yourselves, y'all. All About the Mac says Maggie's channel is so peaceful. I love it. Thank you. Mahmood, my first time seeing you here. Hello, sir. Dee Dee has a question. Do you help people with resumes who have not worked for years fill in the gaps in resume suggestions? Absolutely. This is another skill that I have that I don't talk about much, but I have been corporate since college. I have an undergraduate degree and an MBA. I've been in management, so I've hired, I've fired, I've interviewed, I've been in interviews. I've done a lot of corporate. I don't lead with that because that's what I do. It's not who I am. But one of the things that I do have a lot of experience, and people have booked sessions with me on this, my LinkedIn page is excellent. So I've been told, and LinkedIn, for anyone who doesn't know, it's the professional social media. One of the things that I'll give you a little bit of insight. One of the things that people need to know is that recruiters use technology to find people to hire. So imagine a job description. So they will write a job description and then they will have your resume side by side and they will scan between the job description and your resume to see if there are words that match up. So if they're looking for someone with, financial planning or something with communication or something with, leadership or whatever the skill, you want to make sure that you have as many of those words in your resume because the resumes don't even come on the desk of a human if there aren't enough matches in the words. So what I would advise and what I've told people to do, always have an up-to-date resume. But what you should do is look at the types of jobs that you're applying for or the job that you want to apply to and make sure that the language that they use, seeking someone with management experience, you want to have management experience. Like even if it's changing from leadership to management, making sure that it's a hit because that'll bring you up higher in the stack so that someone actually looks at it. So yes, I've helped a lot of people write their resume. A medical student reached out to me for her professional statement. She said it was excellent help, but really being able to communicate your value, but understanding how hiring managers look. So you're not just like, man, I put all these resumes out and it's not, I'm not getting any responses. But yeah, if you want to book a session with that, I can absolutely help you. Because what I've done, being in corporate and especially being in technology, I've been laid off a couple of times and I've always landed on my feet, take the severance package, get a new job and able to double dip. But one of the benefits, because I've worked for some big companies, when I've been laid off, especially at the executive level, they give you not, what is it called? Not job placement, but like job, with Lee Hecht Harrison, there's different companies that help you like polish your skills so that you're ready to interview, doing mock interviews, helping you with your resume. And I've taken advantage of those tools, and that's what I share with you all. So yeah, I've got a lot of experience in that area. So I don't usually lead with any of the corporate stuff, but if you ask me, I'm going to answer. Tabuda says, do you have any knowledge about the process with finding a university for a PhD and writing a prospectus? I'm so sorry, I don't. I stopped at the master's degree level. Both of my parents have PhDs, so maybe I'll ask Nana and Papa, but I'll tell you guys if I can help you, and I'll tell you if I don't know. But I'm sorry, I don't know about the PhD. After the MBA, I wanted to get my MOM, so we started a family. Oh my gosh, Mahmoud says, you like my teeth. Well, thank you. They're mine. They're the ones that I was born with, never had any braces. So shout out to the African genes, but thank you. And brush with the baking soda. But yeah, all of the hygiene is important, but especially oral hygiene, right? Randy says, which teacher had the biggest impact on you and why? Wow. I remember my chemistry teacher, Miss Sukla Bhattacharya. She was a small Indian lady, and she always used to say, I want to make sure it's crystal clear. Is it crystal clear? And she made chemistry fun. You all don't know this about me, but I'm a STEM girl. I have a chemistry degree. So she really helped me to understand complex concepts. I'm a nerd. But the reason I went to business school is because, I didn't want to live and work in a laboratory. So I moved into technology. But Ms. Sukla Bhattacharya, my high school teacher, was an incredible inspiration to me, just the way she explained things. Then when I got to college, I had some teachers, I won't mention their names, but they influenced me in the opposite way, just seeing kind of the dark side of some, not all, bitter professional women and telling myself, yeah, I don't want to be that. I don't want to throw the eraser at the board in frustration. That's not elegant. Hopefully that helps. Thank you all for watching the stream. Yeah, whether you're watching live or the replay. Spokesperson says, when you said men see themselves in younger men and women see themselves as younger women, it sounded like bars to me. I loved it. Y'all, I'm so old. I didn't know if we were talking about candy bars, handlebars, but thank you. Yeah, hopefully you guys have a little bit of insight into, I was just trying to understand, like, men seem to really be able to look at time periods of their life and move on and then see a young kid or a young man and say, yep, that used to be me. So I'm glad it struck a nerve. Bars. Out here trucking says, cut ties and move forward. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, relationships should be mutually beneficial. Now, of course, if you're a parent of a young child, they're going to need you a lot more. And, there's just some things we have to do as parents. But in love relationships, in friendship relationships, in work relationships, it should go both ways. And there are times when you're going to give more than you receive. There are times that you're going to receive more than you give. But if you're always the one that, people are coming to and you never get anything, even when you rarely ask. Dope Law says, if a man wanted to meet more women like you of standard and etiquette, where would you go? Like church, Whole Foods, any ideas? That's a great question. Honestly, I'm going to try and build this community, not for the sake of, dating. I mean, I'm not a matchmaker. I know Shelby is here, but I have often felt alone. I mean, I'm in a relationship and happy about that, but one of the reasons that I take into YouTube is because I do stick out like a sore thumb, and I used to what I realized is I was talking to the wrong community, talking to other professional women in their 40s about dating and relationships when, I don't really have a lot of dating experience. I've been married for 10 years and in a relationship for 12 years. So it's like, um, I was shouted down and said, I don't really have, a place to say anything. And plus, being like natural and more wholesome is not always what's promoted. So I just kept to myself. I've been over here in my cul-de-sac, minding my own business. But um, that's what I think I might do in my Patreon because I really think that's why I'm here, y'all. My guy told me, Maggie, there are so many women that are like you, but the problem is you all don't speak up. And I'm like, well, you can understand why. But he said, and this is what really convicted me, and part of the reason why I booked that session with Kevin. He said the other side has the megaphone and they are speaking very loudly. And if your side doesn't also speak up, everybody's going to think, well, that's what, all of us are like, and it's not. So I got that conviction to say, okay, I'm going to run headfirst into the buzzsaw and offer, a different perspective. But yes, I would. The other thing I would do, yes, you can go to church, you can go to Whole Foods, but unfortunately, and I don't like the term like chameleon and whatnot. I mean, it is what it is, but sometimes people are good at showing their representative. So it just takes time. I believe in using your network. Like if you're looking for a good, wholesome woman, you may meet her, out and about. But if I ever were single again, I believe I have enough of a network of people that I respect and trust that I could say, you know what, for whatever reason, I'm available now and I would love to be a support system to a man on his purpose. I have a lot of love to give. And even though I'm done having children, I would love to live out my golden years and, continue to bring joy and love and support. So if you know anyone, please make an introduction. I wouldn't do the apps, and you can take your chances, but I would probably, tell people that you trust and see if they can make a connection. Hopefully that helps. I know I'm not good with the dating stuff though, but I'll try and make a community. And I do have a couple women that have booked like consults with me that are single. So, Dope Law, if you want to email Maggie the Substitute Teacher at gmail.com or inbox me Facebook or IG and kind of say, summarize what you're looking for and what you're looking to offer, I'm happy to share. All right. What does to Buddha say? Oh, tuba Buddha. I used to play the clarinet. Please comment on your life experiences with changing the dynamic with racial challenges in management positions. I've never been in a position of authority. Yeah, I don't really talk about that. We can talk about that offline if you want to book a session, but we live in America. I love everybody, and this channel is open to everybody. But we know that this country has a history, and some companies are better than others. But I like to keep it positive here, but of course, we live in the real world, but I have had positive experiences, and I think it's because I put positivity out there, okay? Ah, yes. So thank you, Tuba Buddha. All I know is nothing says, I'm happy you made the decision to do what you're doing to you. Bravo to you, Professor Maggie. Well, thank you. Thank you. Dope Law says, did you ever go into therapy? Just curious, and did you feel like it really helped? What benefits do you think it offered? I did. But my guy told me, he was like, yeah, this is not supposed to be forever. Um, even though, the divorce is amicable now, we co-parent really well. Anytime a relationship ends, I met my ex-husband when I was 18, the summer before I went to college. He was the only boyfriend I had the whole time I was in college, and then we got married after, and then was married for 10 years. So when we split up, I was like 36, 35, 36. So half of my life with one person. And so it is extremely difficult. And I loved being married and I really tried, but, it just, unfortunately, we decided to put the children first instead of, going round and round with each other. So, yes, I went to individual therapy, couples therapy, group therapy, family therapy, all of that. And, you can divorce with grace. I advocate keeping your family together, absolutely. But even if the relationship is over, I still have his name because we have children together. It doesn't have to be ugly. Um, but I had to go to therapy to understand my role in the relationship, setting myself up to think, oh, I'm just like a man. I can do anything a man can do until I'm 65 too. And I'm just here to speak for me. If you're one of those women that can go hard into your golden years, more power to you. But I hit the wall. But I, I wanted to slow it down, but I couldn't slow it down because I had set myself up to be, in that role. So I had to take accountability for that and understand that basically, like they say, don't start something that you can't finish. And I have to own that. And so I learned that in therapy, and I learned some very hard truths about, wanting to drive the bus and wanting to be out in front. And then when you get older and want to slow down, it's like, no. Um, 1 second, let me mute y'all. I just need to say something. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, and 10. Hopefully that answers your question about the therapy. Thank you all for hitting the like button. Hey, Jason Brown says, sis, keep it up. Met Jason in the Kevin Samuels mix group. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. He's one of the moderators over there. Another community of people who are looking for relationships. So dope. Maybe that is a place that you can look, but just, vet properly. All right, let's see. All right, let me see, y'all. I got multiple questions coming in. Jason Brown says, how can people hate good food? I don't get it. Did I miss something? Yeah. I mean, I'm a foodie, clearly. I like to eat, working on that. I'm always going to like to eat. I just got to make better choices in smaller portions. But yeah, food is very subjective. Some people like what they like. For me, it's kind of like, um, I don't know. The only weird experience I've had with food is some people who are just like, I don't really care as long as I'm not feeling hungry, it doesn't really bother me. And I'm just like, dining is an experience to me. We got Christopher Dozier. Maggie, your analogies of men and women are some great and easy viral clips you could create. I know you have a lot more of those. Okay. So remind me, because I've always forgotten. Because y'all, I'm just talking, but if it's hitting the mark, let me know what I said and I'll clip it. But thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Miss Globe Girl says, what would you tell your 10-year-old self, Maggie? Oh, sweet Maggie. Lay off the snacks. Um, my 10-year-old self, you are different and that's okay. Um, some people are not going to like you for no reason. That's okay. Um, you are a late bloomer, Maggie, and that's okay. You're not going to be popular or out front, but always continue to treat people well, and your time will come. Thank you, Miss Glow Girl. Spokesperson says, "What were you in Soweto? That's amazing to know. I'm from there." Yes, yes, we toured Soweto. Yeah, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Hello, everybody coming in. Thank you so much. Dee Dee says, "Thank you. Very helpful answers. Good. Glad to know." Russell Sumling says, "Maggie is so beautiful." Thank you for that. I appreciate the compliment. Belinda says, "Can you do a video about your journey becoming a high value partner? Congrats on nearly 12K." Well, I guess I can. And I don't really use the word partner, life partner maybe, but I was raised a certain way. And I know some of you all are new, but if you know my mom, I had a very traditional upbringing. So I had a very good foundation for what a woman is supposed to be. And, maybe it's through college or through corporate America, like I swayed a little bit, but I've gotten right back to it. So a lot of it I can't take credit for. A lot of it is, listening to Kevin Samuels, but being open to listening to men because they're going to tell you what they want. It's just that, are we going to argue them down about it? But if I had to say what I've done to be high value to my guy, that whole customizing yourself to your man is paramount. Not really having a lot of experiences so that you're open and not damaged and willing to take feedback and correction, and anticipating his needs, knowing, studying him. And this goes to everybody. I tell the ladies all the time, excuse me, 1 second. Forgive me. But yeah, if you want me to do a video, maybe inbox me with some questions and I can do a video for you. Absolutely. But hopefully that helps. But yeah, just customizing yourself, being coachable, and just being open to feedback. It's not that difficult, but I think we have so many walls up that it's hard to hear sometimes. Christopher Williams coming through saying Maggie's the best. Ah, thank you. Shucks, Christopher. I appreciate that. Please like the video. Oh, we got a stream sponsor, Christopher Williams with the 199. Thank you all so much for supporting. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate you being here. Whenever you watch, like, share, subscribe, and comment, it helps the channel to grow. Can someone tell me on IG if you see the option to buy badges, because it's supposed to be there at 10K. I'm not asking you to, but I just want to know if you all see that button, or if anybody wants to hop over to IG and let me know. Let me put Christopher in the ticker. Thank you. All right. Don't forget your laundry. Okay. Thank you. You do not? Oh no. Okay. I got to figure out how to do that, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, there's usually something that says buy a badge, but y'all, I'm new to all this stuff. Let me get to Christopher in the ticker. Ask me anything. I gotta figure out how to do that before tonight. Thank you to the stream sponsor. Thank you, Luke Hazley. Thank you, Joseph. 1 second. Let me get Christopher in the ticker. The stream sponsor is the person who gives the biggest Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Facebook stars, Instagram gifts, buy me a coffees. You don't see the $sign? Okay. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do it, y'all. Thank you. This is a good test. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do it. I must have to turn on something. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's continue. No badges. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. Thank you. Rihanna, my first time seeing you here. Maybe you've been here before. Hello, dear. She says, funny you said documentaries. I was just thinking you would be in a movie or documentary one day, displaying how all your channels intertwine. Yeah, I might have to look into that. Someone gave me some advice. I would love to do some, what do you call it? Field stuff. Someone recommended that I need like a traveling camera person. Like I want to go to the African grocery store with mom, and when I take you all on the road with me, like it's usually just me and my cell phone. So if you know any film students or anybody who'd be willing to, do stuff like that in the Atlanta area, please let me know. I want to try and take you all on the road with me when I do stuff. Christopher says, "What's your favorite show?" Do I even watch TV? It's been a long time. I don't really watch TV. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch cooking channels. It's kind of lame, but I have all of the cooking channels on and I just keep them on mute, and that's what I watch during the day. Um, TV show. I watch international films. I love Bollywood films. I have a TV. Like if the game is on, of course I'll watch football if the game is on. Um, I don't really think I have a favorite show, like a show that I go to watch, like, oh, I can't wait to see this, I mean, I'll binge watch some stuff, Handmaid's Tale on Hulu or anything. Let me know, what are some good shows that I should watch? But the problem that I have is that watching TV requires you to sit still and be watching the TV. I'm not trying to do that. I listen to YouTube, like even when I listen to lead attorneys replays, I'm not watching him. I got my earpiece on and I'm doing other things, whether it's audiobooks or a lot of my etiquette and elegance modules are virtual learning like that. So that's what I do. I don't really watch a lot of TV. So, hello everyone. Okay. Rama says, "What are your thoughts about?" Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. We have Hannah's heart. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you all so much. Queen says, "Why can't I be found by a kind guy? I'm 25, I dress modest, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Sometimes I feel like I dress boring because I wear dresses a lot. Could that be the problem?" No, Queen Janae, 25 is a beautiful age. You have your youth and your beauty. Um, I don't know who you're surrounding yourself with, but there are definitely good guys out here. I think, you know, just like I said, the ones that are the loudest may not be the ones that, we want. But I would also encourage you to work with your network, whether it's family or friends. But that means that your network has to be of the caliber of people that you want to be with. Um, we can't I'll take myself as an example. I've been on a couple, like girls' trips or happy hours or that kind of stuff. And it's fun, but it's very limited for me. And actually, it's great for me with the pandemic, not feeling compelled to have to be, out and about. That's not really me. I'm more of a homebody, but I do like going out and having those experiences. But if your circle of friends does not reflect the type of relationship that you ultimately want to be in, then you want to start with a different circle of friends. And then from that circle of friends, you'll make connections that could lead to something romantic. But if and that's why, like I said, tell them the younger version of myself, I've always been awkward. Maggie ain't never been cool. I'm lame. I don't like, this is just me. And so there's a time when you're young and it's kind of like, oh, I want to be one of the cool kids, but trust and believe, sweetheart. Stay true to yourself, because a lot of the people that had something to say um, probably wish they could trade places with me now. All right. But you can join my Patreon. There's a $1 level. I tried to make it free. Patreon. Anybody can join. Patreon, the lowest you can make it is $1. So we'll see. I'll try and have some, I don't know if like networking, or I'm not a matchmaker, but inbox me. We'll see what we can do. But no, keep wearing your dresses. I got a dress on today. Max Power says, congrats on the channel growth, Maggie. Well deserved. Thank you so, so much. D. Moore had a question. What was my first thoughts on Kevin Samuels? I thought like y'all did. Now, I came across Kevin Samuels with average at best. And I was like, who in the world is this man? But when I asked my guy, I was like, have you heard this Kevin Samuels? And he was like, oh, yeah, he's been giving it to the men like that for years. So I didn't know. I did not know. I thought, I thought it was harsh at times, but when you grow up with a father or you've been around boys or men, you just understand men get right to the point and then they may care about your feelings later. So it wasn't so shocking to me because I have, a dad that is very Mufasa and, I have a brother who can get with you. And I have boys that you see me, I have to get on sometimes. But what he was saying was just common sense, and a lot of women took offense to that. It was some hard truths, but no, getting to talk to Kevin in the Patreon and then booking a session with him, you got to see that side of him. He really did have a heart for the community. He just wanted to get our attention, and that was his approach. My approach is very different, but that was my first impression. Mallory. Hey, Mallory. Thank you for being here. Mallory says, what was the first thing you cooked when you were younger? Probably the first thing I cooked on my own was like a chicken quesadilla. I love Latin food, but my mom's had me in the kitchen. I jokingly say I've been cooking since 1842, but you all have met Nana. If you don't know, my mom is a retired home science. She corrected me, home science teacher. So there's Nana. So there's your African grandma. But Mom had me in the kitchen with her when she was little, meal prepping. So Maggie washed the produce, showing me how to chop, watching her stir what looked like a big bubbling cauldron, right? So I helped Mom cook. And then just with the traditional upbringing that I had, Maggie set the table, Maggie clean the table. Maggie, serve your father first. Maggie, your dad's eating, go get his plate. Like that is just how I was raised. And so a lot of times when people see me, they're just like, oh my gosh. But from my perspective, I look at when women say, I don't cook and I don't do all these things, I'm saying, oh my gosh, because my mom just told me like, Maggie, if you do not cook for your children, who will cook for them? So that's just at 13, if y'all saw my interview, well, when MTR came on my live on IG, it's still pinned on my channel. At 13, I was cooking, cleaning the whole house, doing laundry for the whole family, and getting straight A's. So, excuse me, that was just the expectation for me. So I don't really know how else to say it. It was just like you just grow up that way. And certain cultures are like that. All right. All right. Oh, goodness. Where are we, y'all? Oh, let me scroll back. Y'all, this is a lot. Okay, here we are. Barrington says facts. Thank you so much. Rodney says your boy mom stuff dips into your emotional reserves. We see the strength of your personal foundations. Kudos, Miss Maggie. Y'all have seen these kids. And sometimes I have to snap into mom mode, try to mute myself, but yeah, it wears on you. So always make your, feedback into yourself. We got Raven saying, oh, good morning, Miss Maggie. I'm about to work out, but I'll be listening in. Absolutely. Y'all are fine to multitask here. You can watch without listening. You can listen without watching. I just wanted to do an open Q&A. And, so you all have my undivided attention. You can ask whatever you like. Wilbert says condemned. Oh, yeah. Y'all know my moderators. I have lots of protection here. So Max Power says, you've seen us type bars in chat more times, surely. Yes, I've been getting a lot of bars. So never the cool one, but I am learning. So we're not talking about candy bars, clearly. Handlebars, candy bars. Yes, y'all know I don't know. I told y'all I'm not cool. Luke Hazley says, my guy is right. Yeah, I forgot what I said already. Peace Moore says, yes, do I do one-on-one consultations? If so, how do you book? Yeah, let me put my link in the chat for you all. I do have a booking engine. You can book 30 minutes or you can book an hour. Let me put it in the chat for you all. some of y'all want to talk to me one-on-one offline. So I'm going to grab the link. One second. I'm going to click it here. So you can have your Maggie moment. Yes. Okay. Teachable moments with Maggie. And it should be in the description. In the description, if you're watching this afterwards, it's called a Maggie meeting. You can book your own Maggie meeting. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I understand. Thank you all. Mona is watching. Yes, the spokesperson says when you said bars, you meant rap music. I know now. It's okay if I don't get the lingo. Y'all are going to help me. I ain't never going to be cool, though. You love the fact that this is a soft channel. This gives me hope there's women like me. Yeah. So, ladies, there is a, how do you say, there is a, like an appetite for this. It's just being feminine. Randy says, cheers to having a lot of love to give. Absolutely. I love love. Oh, all right. Thank you so much. Just another Mark says, yes, ma'am. Men need to hear more voices like yours in these spaces. So we have a new stream sponsor. Thank you for the $4.99. Let me update that. But yes, I'm here now, and you all seem to like it. Thank you, Christopher Williams. But let me update just another Mark here. That's what my guy told me. And honestly, I kicked the can down for a long time. Somebody's in the kitchen, y'all. So if it's too much background noise, let me know and I'll go ahead and end the stream. Thank you. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, everybody should find their community. If you like the rah, there's a place for you. If you like a little bit of peace, then this is the place for you. We do cut up and we have fun. But ultimately, I mean it when I say, I want to make you all proud, and I want to make my family proud, and I want to represent you well and represent myself well. So, but yes, thank you. Happy to speak on it. Oh, no worries about the kitchen noise. Alicia says, you're the sweetest and most lovely person. I'm so happy I got introduced to your content through Pearl and MTR. Yeah, however you all found me, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, sweetheart. Tom says, the internet is always so negative. Even in the real world, people only want to talk about the negative. I enjoy Maggie promoting the positive outlooks. I'm back to work, wishing the best from New Hampshire. I've never been to New Hampshire. I want to go. One of these days, I do want to go to like New England. I've been to New York, but I want to go to like further up north, Vermont and all that. Y'all are good? Okay. I want y'all to have a good experience. So, okay. Thank you, Wilbert. Yes. Yes. You can ask me anything, but yes, this is a family friendly channel. So thank you. Yes. Thank you for the respect, everyone. Max says, how many offers to get flued out to collab with that in other channels have you gotten in the past month? Anything less than 5? And I call cap. Cap is lies. Thank you for the definition. That would be funny. Maggie reacts to slang that I don't know. So I mean, I went to London. I've been asked to do this Apple podcast. MTR has mentioned that, he wants to talk about some type of femininity course. It's growing, and I appreciate all that. We'll see. One of the things that I've learned in this space, you all, and that's why I want to stay very grounded. And lead attorney will tell you, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but content creators or creators have a reputation for being kind of like, we'll say fluid. Some people might say flighty, but sometimes people have ideas in their moment. Oh, we should do that. Oh, we should do that. And then you try to, pencil them down or pin them down for a date. And it's hard to really nail something down. So yes, the requests come in. I love it. It's great. You all see me collabing with different people. So once something is solidified, you will know there are other things in the works, but I don't want to, hang my hat on something because anything could change. But I'll always be here. My channel started with me just cooking. So if we just have to go back to the snacks and story time, that's what we'll do. Thank you for that. Wilbert says, LOL, that voice went up quick. Look, y'all, this is just me. You see it all. Sometimes I have to be mama and not Maggie. All right, y'all are talking to each other. Oh, y'all are okay. Let's just see. Tracy says watching cooking channels is so much fun. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that I do. So I work from home. And so on the TV, on my robot devices, whether it's the Echo or the Google, you can change your settings to be whatever topic you're interested in. And so I have set mine so that the wallpapers and different things are different recipes. And so I'm always just inundated with food, right? But for me, for two things, it helps my creativity to come up with recipes, but then also it keeps a lot of the other stuff out. Like I don't want that in my life. I just don't. But yeah, that's what I do. Max says, I'm assuming Gordon Ramsay's cooking show are not in Maggie's playlist. Y'all, he stresses me out. Like, there's a part of me that would love to, actually work with a proper chef because I've never been to culinary school. I'm just a home cook. And so I think, oh, wouldn't it be great to study under a Gordon Ramsay until, he starts screaming at people? I would be on the floor crying. So, no. But he's great. He has some other shows where he's more like teaching proper technique. And I like that, where he's just talking to the camera. But when he's in a kitchen environment that is fast paced and stressful. Yeah. Luke Casey says, I think the Lioness of Video is in your area. Oh, yes. Good point. Thank you. What's wrong, babe? Salt. The salt is the copper ones next to your eggs. The salt and pepper, yeah, right there. I've taught both boys how to cook. So Marcus is making breakfast. If you hear the popping in the back, he's frying eggs. So hopefully it's not. I got a new mic, so hopefully it's not too distracting. Lisa says, out and about with my family. Just wanted to show some love. Yes, Lisa, the housewife. Part of the Wives Club. Thank you. Christopher says, what is your favorite book? Oh, gosh, y'all are gonna get me. I don't really read like that. I listen to audiobooks. Again, reading is great, and I know some of y'all like to curl up with a book, but again, that requires that you sit down somewhere. Ira, I'm in a long-term relationship, but thank you. I really liked Becoming. I think someone asked me this before. I listened to the audiobook. I have books, but I really liked Becoming by Michelle Obama because we know her as the First Lady, of course. But I really loved hearing about her upbringing. It's been a while since I've read For Pleasure. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you all. No problem. I'm flattered. Thank you. All right. Yes, thank you, Lisa. Luke Casey says the good men are watching. You just have to be at the right place at the right time. Yes. So that's one of the things that I learned. Men are always watching. They're always surveying. So be authentic and show up as who you are. And I don't know. I can't really give dating advice. I don't have a lot of dating experience. Relationship experience, yes, but dating, yeah. All right. Lisa says, I'm wearing a dress today at the park with my family. Always feminine. Yes, ladies. Kevin was big on that. Find some dresses. I'll wear the Old Navy $8 dresses anytime. It's just, I'm wearing a dress today with some sandals. It's just very feminine and fun for me. Spokesperson says, my channel is like a soft landing. Thank you. It's hilarious when I impersonate my mom. Yeah, y'all know Nana. you've seen some clips of her, and I want to do some more filming with Nana, like out and about. So I'll see if I can find a film person so we can do some Nana field trips. Thank you all for liking and sharing. All right, so I dropped my link. Delisha says, you've been listening. You just wanted to say hello. Shelby says, I loved your live with Nana. I used to cook and clean and been doing so since middle school. That's just how we were raised. When I hear her instructing to wash the plantains after peeling, you knew she meant business. There's Lauren. Lauren, I don't know if you want me to tell them how we met, but some people are looking. Lashane says, I'm proud of you. Keep cooking and teaching us. Thank you, Lashane. Spokesperson says, I hope you come back to South Africa and meet you in Soweto. I would love to. It was Nelson Mandela's home. Oh, the music. Oh, just beautiful. Trish says, I see you really exploding in the space. Yes, y'all. I think I'm coming up on 12,000. We're celebrating tonight. I started the wrong live stream, so I will repost it. We're going to have a celebration stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to look at my first live stream, the first time I came up on Lead Attorneys, Wilbert's blooper reel. Y'all can come up if you want to talk about your first time seeing Maggie. But yeah, we'll take a moment to celebrate and then back to the kitchen. Frode says, don't worry about the extra sounds. It adds to the ambiance. Y'all know I'm at home, right? Yes. Luke Casey says, audiobooks are still books. Exactly. Thank you. Max Power says, in American shows, Gordon is that way. Oh, the UK shows weren't that bad, but he swears a lot. Natalie says, what's your favorite recipe? I love pancakes, y'all. And I love making them fancy. Like I said, all kind of pancakes. I have a Maggie cake, which is my specialty, sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free, banana pancakes, strawberry, so much. Wilbert says, I enjoy a good murder mystery book. I just said it. Okay. Randy says, suggestion, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's a good Audible suggestion. And the last one, we will end it here. Farhart says, hi, Maggie. I'm religious and have a marriage proposal from someone 4 years younger. How do I vet him? What questions should I ask? Well, you're 29? Yeah, I would be really... I would even wonder about a 29-year-old man, proposing, but a 25-year-old man... Here's the problem, and I'm not saying it couldn't work, but... And I learned this the hard way. We as women, we have to be able to respect our men. And even if you have that like IKEA marriage that Kevin used to say, if you guys are doing the 50-50 thing in the beginning, it's just natural as women that we start to slow down. So as you get older and have kids, you're going to be looking for him to take on more of that load. Now, it could work if he's ready for it, but I just think at 25, because I think of myself as a boy mom and my boys at 25, I don't think they would be ready for the burden and the responsibility of a family and what comes with that. I just have my reservations, but you're just going to have to, if you do choose to marry him, you're going to have to wait for him, to grow. Remember, Kevin said that men need to take those 10 years to really build themselves so that they're ready. You would have to wait on him, which means you're going to be older, and he would just have to be exceptional. But your average 25-year-old man, I'm a little hesitant of that one. But if you want to talk to me offline, feel free to book a session, and you can pick my brain, but he would just have to be exceptional, but that's young. Spokesperson says, how was it being on the channel? We'll talk about that tonight. Let's save that one for tonight, y'all. I had a great experience, and since that's the viral video, we'll talk about that tonight in our celebration. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to turn on badges on IG, but either way, we're going to celebrate tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you all want to come through, we'll continue to do these Q&As once a week. Saturday morning, you guys can ask me anything, and if you are interested in the course or the cookbook or the community, check out the links in the description. But I'm going to go ahead. Yes, you can get in touch, Maggie, the substitute teacher at gmail.com, or I did post the link. If you all want to book a session with me, you can absolutely do that here. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, Maggie, the substitute teacher. All right, TikTok, let's go ahead and dismiss. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. How do I don't know how to end, y'all. It's just, I'll figure it out. All right. Thank you all so much. IG, I will see you all tonight at 8 p.m. for our celebration stream. Class is dismissed. And yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all back at our 8 p.m. Eastern celebration stream. Class is dismissed.